now. Can't shed tears, mama ain't no cry now. On me, gonna blind out. Get in the team, gotta pass your tryouts.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field.
Tonight it's on to week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4.
And no run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. A guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You talk about this Lions defense.
Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Love now.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Ben, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
They'll go with a rookie from Alabama. It's Jahmyr Gibbs.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackle made there by Chris Wormley.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Goff now looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to load that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Patterson's kick is good.
And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
From the midfield stripe. They'll look to throw.
Now this aired out deep for Reed.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The Packers had 0-3 here to begin the campaign, and you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
Now 3rd down and 7. Now Love. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
From the 50, it's Goff.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
You look at this Packers defense.
And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Packers nothing.
On now is the Packers punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Jameson Williams,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Lions add 6 to their lead.
It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize. But when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Love now to pass on 1st down. Short throw, it's Higbee. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Ready?
To the air again, Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Love going to give this one to Jones. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Love. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Keon Crossen. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Again, Goff.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
4 receivers in the package. Here's 3rd and 7.
Now Goff.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker.
And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown.
So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board. Not playing well defensively. Deflated. And now, things may have changed for them.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. They'll find his rookie tight end, Sam Laporta.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Play action. It's Goff.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. On 1st and 10, Goff. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
2 for 1. Hey, 76. 76. 76. Listen.
The final shot before break here. Goff.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. Another run for Gibbs here.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
These guys running back out of the backfield.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And it's a fumble, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a two-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
To throw now, here's Love.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
From the gun on third down, Goff.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Here comes third down at 7.
Gone.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Looking deep here for Dobbs.
And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Ready.
They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. They'll try and run for it with Jones.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Love. And he fires one incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken a 4th quarter lead. Now Carlson for the extra point.
It's up and good to make it 21-17.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent 1st half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
Skirts by him at the 35.
And that's going to be another 1st down. Good running for him to start the drive. This one, 11 yards.
11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Goff.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation. But instead, they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Rolling to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Finally held down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
Here we go.
Substitution time for Goff on fourth. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Okay, ready? Ready?
They've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Come on, set.
Here's Love. He's got the hookup with Dobbs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he has a Packer first down, and that should be the one that finishes the script.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Ready, break. Ready.
They go down to